Hello there, and welcome to this explainer. If you or your partner are currently looking into male infertility care, I just want to start off by saying, I get it. This journey can feel incredibly overwhelming, right? There's a ton of medical terminology thrown at you, so much uncertainty, and, naturally, a whole lot of emotion involved. But I'm here to assure you that you absolutely don't have to navigate this in the dark. Today, we're going to provide a really clear, supportive, and structured guide through one of the most advanced and surprisingly accessible options available at ART Fertility Clinics over in the UAE. It's a treatment known as PESA. We're going to break down exactly what it is, how it actually works, and who it helps. And don't worry, we're keeping it simple, using plain, reassuring language the whole way through.
Okay, let's dive into this. When couples first face male infertility, the immediate thought is usually, oh no, we're going to need a highly invasive, super complex, and honestly intimidating surgery. But that brings us to the biggest question. What really are your options today? Well, the landscape of reproductive health has evolved drastically. Today, we have these highly approachable, non-intimidating treatments that are designed specifically to retrieve sperm safely and effectively, all while minimizing your discomfort and anxiety. So it's not just about one scary surgical route anymore. There are precise, targeted techniques perfectly tailored to your specific situation.
So, the absolutely crucial point here is to first understand a little bit of the basic anatomy, just so the treatment we're discussing makes complete logical sense. Let's look at the epididymis. Now, the epididymis is, quite simply, a tube. That's it. Its whole job is to connect a testicle to the vas deferens within the male reproductive system. No need to get bogged down in dense medical jargon here. Just picture a tiny connecting tube where sperm is housed and transported. Understanding this one single piece of anatomy is honestly the key to understanding the elegant simplicity of the procedure we're about to explore. It really is just that straightforward.
And that brings us directly to the treatment itself, PESA. PESA stands for Percutaneous Epididymal Sperm Aspiration. Now I know, that sounds like a very intense medical acronym, but let's just break it down using the anatomy we literally just learned. Epididymal just refers to that connecting tube, the epididymis we were just talking about. Aspiration simply means to draw out or retrieve. Put it all together, and PESA is simply a highly targeted process for retrieving sperm directly from the epididymis. See? By understanding the acronym, we turn what sounds like a scary medical procedure into a very simple, incredibly understandable concept. It's just a specialized method to gather exactly what is needed for fertility treatments right from the source. Now, what's really interesting about this is how it directly addresses the immediate questions patients naturally have. I mean, when you hear about sperm retrieval, your mind probably jumps straight to concerns about pain, right? Or the cost of the procedure, or how complex the recovery might be. And those are incredibly valid concerns to have. But the reason PESA is such a widely utilized treatment at ART Fertility Clinics is specifically because of the amazing, reassuring benefits it offers to patients. So let's break those advantages down.
This is exactly where patient anxieties are completely alleviated. It might actually surprise you to learn that, first and foremost, there's absolutely no surgical cut made in the scrotum. None. For many men, avoiding a traditional surgical incision is a massive relief. It heavily reduces both your anxiety and your physical recovery time. And because there's no major incision, the procedure is remarkably simple, and the technique is really quick. That means less time in a clinical setting and a much faster return to your normal life. On top of that, it's a cost-effective option, which significantly reduces the financial strain that so often accompanies fertility journeys. And finally, because of its low-impact nature, the procedure can be repeated easily if necessary. Honestly, this takes a tremendous amount of pressure off the patient, knowing that a single attempt isn't their only chance.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core philosophy behind this entire treatment. Actually, I want you to treat this exact phrase from ART Fertility Clinics almost like a comforting mantra. It is a simple, quick, cost-effective technique. When you strip away the clinical setting and all those complicated medical acronyms, this is exactly what you're left with. A safe, highly accessible, and straightforward option for couples trying to build their families. It's designed from the ground up to be as minimally disruptive to your life and your wallet as possible. Now, while PESA is a fantastic and highly advantageous option, it's really important to know that it's part of a much larger, comprehensive web of care. ART Fertility Clinics also offers other related treatments, completely depending on what a specific patient might actually need. This includes FSA, which stands for fine needle aspiration, micro-TESE, which is microsurgical testicular epididymal sperm extraction, and MESA, which is microsurgical epididymal sperm aspiration. Now, the takeaway here isn't that you need to memorize all these procedures right now, not at all. The takeaway is that your care is highly customizable. If PESA isn't the exact right fit for your specific medical profile, the clinic has an entire suite of advanced related options ready to go for you. Of course, advanced treatments require deeply experienced hands. At ART Fertility Clinics, this expert care is led by professionals like Prof. Dr. Yuman Fatemi. His credentials completely speak for themselves. He's a consultant in obstetrics and gynecology, as well as a consultant in reproductive health. Building trust is absolutely essential when you're navigating infertility. Knowing exactly who is overseeing these advanced procedures, like PESA and its related treatments, provides an incredible layer of reassurance. You are relying on true, top-tier medical expertise.
Let's move on and see how this builds into the actual physical accessibility of this care. You see, ART fertility clinics aren't just limited to one single spot. They have a widespread presence right across the UAE, proving that world-class help is literally always close by. You can easily access these sophisticated treatments in Abu Dhabi, at Marina Village. In Dubai, there's a clinic in Jumeirah on Suqaim 3, conveniently located opposite the Burj Al Arab, as well as another location in Dubai Healthcare City. And for those in Al Ain, there's a dedicated fertility center on Hamdan bin Mohammed Street. No matter where you are in the region, advanced male infertility care is well within your reach.
Which brings us to our final question. Are you ready to take the next step? Whether you're a local resident in the UAE or an international patient looking for top-tier medical care, the path forward simply doesn't have to be intimidating. By understanding treatments like PSA, knowing that they're simple, quick, and avoid surgical cuts, you are already empowering yourself with knowledge. The team at ART Fertility Clinics is there to help you book an appointment and begin your reassuring path to care. So I leave you with this final thought. Now that the medical jargon is demystified and you know exactly how accessible these treatments are, what is stopping you from reaching out and exploring the options that could completely change your family's future?